Move my feet out the way. Hello. How you doing? You're probably thinking, why does she always do this on her floor? Because I'm lazy and I don't feel like, let me sit down here. I'm lazy. I don't feel like going downstairs and taking all of this stuff into my kitchen. So I'm about to cut up a Kimry Ann wax chunk. The reason why I'm going to do this is because there is a lot of newbies like myself who want to know how many uses you can get out of some of the wax chunks or wax the scent shots and things like that. And so until I fulfill all of those questions, I will do videos showing you how you can get the most melts out of your wax. So I did do 2 loaves videos, how to cut them up. Well, try to how I cut it up anyway. One was a scoopable. And now I'm going to do the Kimry Ann chunk. So I'm going to come out the picture, and sorry if I'm looking like Christmas, but I'm in my pajamas. It's late. So this is the Kimry Ann wax chunk. This was an RTS item I had gotten from her. I think, yeah, it was an RTS item I had gotten from her, I believe, which is ready to ship. When she do custom orders, she'll have some that's left over and she sells them ready to ship. So they ship right out. She don't have to make them or anything like that. And this is what it looks like on the front. And she puts the pour date. So this was made on a 3/31/2015, and the scent is lemon sugar type lollipops, Twinkies. And when they say type, that means it's a dupe from another company, basically. So they won't get charged for copying. They have to say type. So this is what it looks like. You see how thick her stuff? Her chunks are pretty big, and you don't need a lot, and her wax is soft as well. So I showed y'all in one of my videos where I didn't use that much of her wax, and I got great throw from it. You really only need about an ounce of her wax. Sometimes a little goes a long way with some companies, and some companies you have to use more. So I'm kind of just I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm kind of just putting the lines on here so I could just cut through it. So these are the lines that I put on there. And basically, as you can see, you could get about 9 you get about 9. This one is not as soft. I had some that was like really soft, but it's soft enough. But you could get about 9 melts out of her wax. You really, really, in my experience with her wax, do not need a lot. And as you can see, I cut it 9 ways. I don't want this, I'm trying to show you without this stuff, without it falling off the board. So basically, this is how I cut it. I cut it 2 going across and 2 going down. So I got 9 chunks here. And let me just show you one. So I'm thinking this is probably about an ounce, but some may be a true ounce, or probably a tad bit more than an ounce. Like this is a bigger one, but really you do not need, in my opinion, you don't need a lot. So if you feel like you want to use more, then you can use 2 chunks. You know, even if you use 2 chunks, you get about 4.5 uses. You know, if you use 2 chunks each, but I only use a little bit. I probably use about this much. You see how thick it is per chunk, but some people just like to use a lot of wax. So basically, that is how I would cut a Kim Rianne wax tart. And while I'm cutting wax, I'll just show you how I would cut I'm sorry for all of the noise. This would be a cent shot cup. This would be a 2 ounce cent shot cup. So basically, some people just cut cent shots cups in half, you know, because again, they like to use a certain amount of wax. And that's just their preference. So you can cut a cent shot cup in half. As you can see the line right there that I just made. And you could just toss it in the you could just toss it in the warmers. So this is a pretty big amount, and some of these cent shots are more than 2 ounces. You know, they look a whole lot more. Or if you just want to use a little, you know, a little bit, you can cut these in the 3s or in the 4s. It's just all depending on how much you want to use. I kind of just butchered this up, but you know, it just all depends on how much you want to use out of it. So that would be pretty much. So out of this one, I probably will get three melts out of this cent shot cup. So basically, that's how you would, you know, cut up. If I get any more weird shaped type wax, I will bring it to show you how how you can cut it up, because some people do ask those questions in the group, like, how do I cut up this, or how do I, now I gotta try to figure out how I'm gonna get all this mess back in there. I'll probably just use this. But yeah, that's a big question that a lot of the new waxies ask, you know, how much do I use? And you just got to play around with it. Sometimes less is more, and sometimes more is, you know, some wax companies, you may need to use a little bit more to get a good scent throw from it. And some you only need to use a little bit, you know, and it'll make your money last because you're not using up all the wax so quickly. You know what I'm saying? So that is it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please leave your comments in the box below. Don't forget to share the video on Google+. Give me a thumbs up. Peace.